Boy, I can really smell this stuff. I'll let you take a look. I just put a couple of little tiny twigs in there. This will probably drag them out, so you can see. And I understand that the color of this is red. It just looks dark to me, I don't know. But anyway, just put in a few of these little twigs. Maybe if I spill this out, you'll see. I want to do that anyway. And here's the thing. Whenever I'm digging up these roots, I'm always, kind of unsure if I'm bringing up roots that are really sassafras roots and roots that are actually alive, And I was really sure that these all were. Now, earlier I made, I boiled some water with the end of this thing and just chopped off that maybe 3 or 4 inch length and cooked it up, and I wasn't happy with it. It just didn't give me any aroma, and so then I tried it again with another piece like this one here, I think, and same story. And so anyway, then I just boiled it, and it didn't look red, and it didn't smell aromatic, and so then I chopped the thing into 4 pieces, and it floated, just the pieces, the new pieces floated, and the old pieces sunk. And so I thought, well, it's not getting wet all the way through. So I boiled it again, and it looked a little better, but I tossed that too, figuring I had made a mistake. Maybe this was old dead stuff, even though I remember being so surprised and happy that I found some pretty good sized roots that were living. And these look so different, though, these smaller ones, and they smell much better too, these little ones do. And so I figured that these are the real guys. And so I took a piece like this here, and I took the one that was the weakest, fragrance, I could hardly smell it really, and I broke it up into a couple of pieces and cooked it, and then I broke it up into even smaller pieces, and so cooked it, boiled it, brought it to a boil, and then let it simmer down, and the water still looked clear. And I thought, well, nuts. So I brought it up to a boil again, and then it looked a little darker, and then what I did was I let it sit, and I put a lid on it, because I could start to smell it a little bit. And what I did was I put this lid on it, and I let it sit for an hour or more, maybe 2 hours or more, until it cooled down. And I look at it, I can smell it walking through the kitchen, and I look at it, and it's really dark. So I'm going to go ahead and spill this into a cup and let you look at it. And who knows what I might do next. I think what I might do is chop some of these into smaller pieces and do the same thing with them, bring them up to a boil, and then maybe I'll even bring it up to a boil a second time and then let it sit a long time like I did this and see what happens. Okay, let's do it. Let's try that. Okay, I did this over the sink, of course. I didn't do it right here. But this is all that I had for roots for this one. So that looks like, that stick I showed you just a second ago. Except this was the weakest one of them all. Like I said, I'm repeating myself. And I'll tell you what, this stuff smells good. And it looks pretty cool. It looks like tea. I'm going to put a little sugar in there and make it smell better. And I'll try it again now with one of these fat ones, and I'm going to send the rest of this stuff off to you. Okay, man? Cool. I hope it works. Thanks. Bye-bye. Okay, so we're going to try this again. I took one of this little guy right here, and I used up about maybe that much of it. If I was serious about this, I'd use twice as much, but I don't want to take away from you. And so here it is, and I chopped it up into some pretty small pieces. Now, the thing is, on the internet, it's uncertain from what I'm looking at whether the bark is the source of the flavor or if the inside is. Maybe the bark detracts. Maybe it's got a bitter taste. Who knows? I don't know. And so I'd like to experiment and try it different ways. But just because I am so unclear, I am using the whole root, and what the hell. That's my philosophy on everything. So we're going to bring this to a boil and see what happens here. Okay, this will take a little time. Let's watch the pot and take it infinity. Observe the thing infinitely long. Okay, man, let's go. Bye-bye. Okay, so here we go. It's boiling, as you can see, but we really don't want to let all of that flavor get away in steam, and so I'm tempted to let it cook a little longer, just because this wasn't easy earlier. Well, I don't know. What do you think? Hard to tell what to do. Let's turn it off, okay? Okay, it's off. Now I'm just going to leave it there for some time now. Yeah, okay. Okay, it's been sitting for a couple of minutes, and you can see that it's still quite clear. Don't want that flavor to... This stuff was taking forever. What? to turn color. So I left it all night long.
It tastes pretty weird.
This time it's gotten darker at least. Yep. Here Michelle giving her critique. Hey little dog. Hi. Oops. Yeah, well here we are. Anyway, I would suggest putting in a good spoonful of sugar. And then it tastes like sassafras tea. Yeah. Cool. So we'll get this off to you. My crazy dog. You got one crazy dog, Molly. Can you see her? No. Okay. Morning. I'll let you know there's a couple of things I could have done that would have been better. That is to harvest this stuff, this sassafras root, in the springtime rather than in the fall. You know, and what the heck though? I've tried this 3 times now. And the roots, they give off the kind of flavor and aroma and everything that they're expected to do, except it's not as sweet or as strong, I don't suppose. Not like I remembered it anyway. So, of course, I didn't use much of the root. You'll probably want to use more than I did when I cooked this stuff up. But like I tell you, the first time, brought the stuff home, I laid it on the table outside to dry in the sun, and that was a big mistake. Another time I brought it home, and God, what did I do? I don't know, I forget. I'm just going to let you have this video and see what you think. Okay, man. Okay, talk to you soon.